Hi friends, which are the two most important incidents in 2020 besides COVID-19? I think it is a new education policy 2020. It is going to impact our country, our society in long term. Let's have a look at the principles that form the base of NEP 2020. NEP 2020 aims to raise school education to the level of higher education, and then it is teacher centric and student centric. It, it aims to raise the teacher status in the society. It gives emphasis on rigorous research about child development, highest care and education during year 3 to 8 need to be given to the child. That is what is emphasized in NEP 2020. NEP 2020 considers knowledge as an integrated whole. There is no hard separation between different subjects and no discrimination and no hierarchy of subject. Maths is more important, science is more important. Not like that. All subjects are important. And curricular and co-curricular, no distinction. Co-curricular will be the part of the main curriculum. Academic and co-curricular, no distinction. So co-curricular is a part of curricular only. No distinction between academics and vocational. Vocational will be the part of academic only. So regulation and structuring of the system 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 5 years, that is from nursery to class 2, from class 3 to class 5, from class 6 to class 8, from class 9 to class 12. New education policy is not based on, it is not inspectorial and it is non-interfering. Gives more autonomy to the teachers. It's going to set standards for schools, for teachers, for examinations. The assessment pattern of new NEP is different. It gives emphasis on learning assessment for measuring learning outcomes, and assessment is not for marks. New education policy aims at quality, equity, and inclusion. New education policy is based on trust. Let's have a look at the aims and objectives. When we know the aims and objectives, we feel energy. When there is no aim and objective, we feel lethargic. So what are the aims of NEP 2020? NEP 2020 aims to create responsible global citizens. It aims to include economically affluent as well as economically underprivileged students. It aims to develop 21st century skills among the students so that they can face the future effectively. It also aims at holistic and all-round development of a child: physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, social, all kind of developments are kept into view while designing this policy. Emphasis is given on early childhood care and education. ECCE through mother tongue as much as possible till class 5th. Pedagogies innovative and fun-filled. Experiential learning, competency-based learning, and art integrated learning, art and toy integrated pedagogies, sports integrated pedagogies. Students can tailor their own education, their own curriculum. according to their interests, their need, their passion, aptitude, and all. Knowledge is looked at as integrated whole, no hierarchy of subjects. All subjects are equally important. Emphasis on the education in mother tongue till class 5, and NEP 2020 aims at 100% gross enrollment ratio in secondary level by year 2030. NEP 2020 gives special emphasis on early childhood care and education from year 3 to year 8 of the child. The child will be given special care and special education, and this particular education system from class nursery to class 2 will be specially emphasized. There are certain aims for this particular age category. So the education should be holistic and fun-filled. It should be interesting. National curricula and pedagogical framework for early childhood care will be developed by NCERT. Fundamental literacy and numeracy is emphasized in primary and pre-primary education. The education in mother tongue, education through mother tongue till class 5 as much as possible. Development of psychomotor skill, hand-eye coordination and hand-legs coordination and coordination of different movements, balancing and development of all psychomotor skills. Emphasis will be given in primary and pre-primary on value education and the character development part, attitude development, physical, emotional, intellectual development to be emphasized, physical and emotional development to be particularly emphasized in this age. Mother tongue to be used as much as possible, and literacy and numeracy, the fundamentals to be cleared in primary. The child should be at least able to read and write, and he should be able to read the digits, write them, and do the fundamental functions in mathematics. If school education is integrated with higher education, the level of school education and teacher will automatically increase. So the level of the level of school education to be raised to the higher education, and school education to be integrated with the higher education. Teacher will be the center of new education system. The learning will be student centric. Teacher being the center of education system, though education will be student centric, teacher will be given autonomy. Teachers will be empowered, their status in the society will be raised. However, certain professional standards will be set for teachers. TET, teachers eligibility test, will be made compulsory for all the teachers. May they be of primary, middle, secondary, or higher secondary. Even secondary and higher secondary teachers will have to pass TET. So 4 years integrated B.Ed course will be introduced, or 3 years bachelor and 1 year's B.Ed for the multidisciplinary students. The students will leave their education after first year in senior college will get certificate. Those who will complete 2 years will get diploma. Those who will complete 3 years in senior college will get a degree. States are supposed to prepare an implementation plan to attend the universal foundation literacy till grade 3. It is believed and proved that 85% of child's development takes place till the age of 6, and therefore more and more emphasis is given on the physical and emotional development of child in early childhood care and education. So the literacy and numeracy, emotional and physical development. NEP emphasizes development of values, skills, capacity, and knowledge. Right values at right age. Children are sensitive in this age, and the proper value education will be introduced in this age. Vocational courses for class 6 to 8. The children should be able to do different skill works like maybe plumbing, repairing bike, maybe photography, or maybe developing software, coding, knowledge. And in this rapidly changing world, NEP aims at developing 21st century skills among students. 21st century skills, critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, collaborative learning, and communication skills. What are critical skills? What are critical thinking skills? Considering all the facts and thinking and taking right decisions or making right judgment is critical thinking skills. An ability to solve the problems in front is problem solving skill. Collaboration skills, ability to work in team with others, and collaborative learning, learning in a team, in a group, or with the help of each other, and learning in a pair or learning in a group. So all these skills, learning collaboratively or collaborating with others, problem solving, critical thinking, communication skills are to be developed in NEP 2020. NEP 2020 aims at developing these skills among the students. NEP 2020 also emphasizes on tech education, and with this aim only they are introducing different tech courses, coding classes from class 6. NEP 2020 looks at all knowledge in the world, all subjects in the world as integrated. Knowledge as a whole is integrated. There is no hard separation between art subject, science subject, and commerce subjects. All subjects are integral, they are related with each other this way or that way. Furthermore, there will be end to the difference between vocational and academic curricular and co-curricular separation. So only curricular part will be there, and in curricular, extracurricular and co-curricular activities will be the part of curricular activity only. There will be one curriculum that will be inclusive of all activities, all sports, arts, and everything will be the part of curriculum only. There will be integrated curriculum. Students tailored curriculum will be there. Students may choose any subject. They may choose biology, and with biology they may choose psychology or accountancy. They may take music with physics. So NCFSE will be developed by NCRT. The curriculum for secondary section will be developed by NCRT. Integration of arts and sports with curriculum is another important feature. Art is looked as an as a pedagogy, right? Arts or sports will not just be used, or toys will not just be used as a teaching aid, but they will be used as a teaching methods. The teaching will be made more fun filled, interesting, with innovative and creative pedagogies. So the hierarchy of subjects will end when subject is given too much importance, and uh, more and more emphasis is given on learning that subject. That will end, but as all subjects will be given equal importance. All skills will also be given, learning skills will also be given importance. For example, a child may take carpentry with mathematics in ninth standard, or a child may take photography with carpentry uh, or maths in class ninth. So The student will tailor his own curriculum and his own subjects. He will choose. He will not be forced to take any subjects. So there will not be hard separation between arts, commerce, and vocational. All will be together. Any combination will be chosen by the student. No subject is more important than the other. And National Assessment Center on School Education will develop, will design a test named PARC. PARC means Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge. NEP 2020 also visualizes formation of school complexes. This concept will bring together all the schools in approximate geographical area, and all the schools in a geographical area, in a particular geographical area, will come together and they will share their infrastructure, and they will work, coordinate and cooperate each other to make the learning teaching process more effective. School buildings will remain same, but there will be common infrastructure for schools to use. This concept also intends to create a vibrant educational community and it aims to involve local community and parents in the educational process. NEP 2020 has brought some new regulations and restructured a few things, design of system, new system that would be empowering to the teachers and the institutions. There would not be interfering in the processes, in the school processes. The teacher will be the center of education system and student will be the center of learning. The system will be more supporting, energizing and empowering. So the conflict of interest will be eliminated for the sake of better and effective education. NCP ECCE will be developed by NCRT. That's a curriculum framework for the early childhood program. Then secondary education curriculum framework will be developed by NCRT. Then a national professional standard for teachers will also be set, and coding to be introduced for from class 6. Standard for conducting board examinations for 10th and 12th will be set. PERC and NCFSC will frame the textbook for secondary with minimum 50% exposure to the vocational chapters. HECI, the Higher Education Commission of India, will function like UGC. NACSE, that is Assessment Center on School Education, will develop PARC, the Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge test. SQAAF, that is School Quality Assurance and Accreditation Framework, will engage parents and community. A child learning in class 10 can give class 9 papers also. NIOS, that is National Institute for Open Schooling, will make it easy uh, for those not attending school to give the board examinations. Focus to shift from marks to something that the child can do better. Assessment will be aimed at learning. Assessment will be aimed to measure learning outcomes. Assessment will be aimed to get a proper feedback to change the learning teaching learning methodologies. So new trend analysis, web designing, these kind of futuristic professions will be introduced to the students. Digital literacy, creative and innovative profession, uh, multilingual teaching, that will be a part of NEP 2020. Furthermore, the professions that that the professions in future will need digital literacy, creative and innovative professions, and uh, multilingual knowledge, then the professions with human touch and emergency services will continue to exist even in future. So all this digital education, tech education, and the futuristic skills will be taught to the students through competency-based learning, objective-based learning, experiential learning, made interesting through art-integrated learning, toy pedagogy, and sports as a pedagogy, as sports through integrated pedagogies will be developed using sports and arts. So arts integrated pedagogy, sports integrated pedagogy, and toy pedagogies will be used to make education more interesting for the students. NEP 2020 aims at quality, equity, and inclusion in education. Quality is a quality of education, quality of teachers, quality of students, and quality of the processes of teaching and learning, and equity, that is equal opportunity to all students coming from different stratas of society, and inclusion of all other inclusion of economically disadvantaged, underprivileged, socially disadvantaged, socially underprivileged, physically disabled, differently abled, all will get equal opportunity, all will be included in educational process. Quality depends on equity, and quality comes out of equal opportunities. This is the principle NEP 2020 believes in, and schools will provide engaging resources and engage parents in the school activities. Another important principle of NAP 2020 is trust. Without trust, no energy. Without trust, no empowerment. And without trust, no ownership. Without trust, no accountability. Trust brings accountability. Trust speeds up the works in the institution. Works are completed in time because of that trust. Works are done effectively because of that trust. And after completing the work, with the trust, the person who completed the work becomes more accountable for the strict scrutiny of the work. So, trust is another important principle on which NEP 2020 is based. Trust in education system, trust in the principles of NEP 2020, and trust in the teachers, trust. So, trust is the important principle of NEP 2020. Dr. K. Kasturirangan was the chairman of the drafting committee of NAP 2020. It would be interesting to have a look at the history of the development of Indian education system. In ancient time, the education in India was aimed at salvation and self-knowledge. There were spiritual purposes behind education. Later on, Varna-based education system came in India and Chaturvarna. During that period, only a particular class of people was considered privileged to take education. In true sense, education, educational opportunities became available to all in Gupta period. At that time also, it was generally the men who used to take education. Buddha period or Gupta period, Nalanda, Takshashila, these universities came into existence and they became world famous. Education policy in each period was aimed to create a society that was required in that particular period. Education policy in each period in the past aimed at creating the professionals that were required in that age, the skilled persons that were required in that particular age. For example, British established an education system that would create clerks because they needed clerks only. They did not want the leaders, authorities, they do not want the officers to create from Indian people. So this education system also aims to create the global citizens which would be effectively able to face the situations and challenges in future and overcome all the challenges in future effectively, because in future the jobs will be replaced by machines, the textbooks will remain merely reference books, and uh, learning beyond textbook, experiential learning, these are the things that NEP 2020 aims at. And certainly, NEP 2020 is futuristic and its implementation is completely in the hands of teachers and the educational institutions. And hopefully, we all the people, all the stakeholders who are the part of the Indian education system will do justice to this and create a powerful generation that will create their impact at national and international level. Thank you. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell button to get the notification of future videos. Thank you.